Hashirama Senju, our first Hokage, Hashirama Senju, was born into one of the strongest clans out there, packing insane physical strength and an endless pool of chakra. His childhood was a total bloodbath. This was back when ninja clans were constantly at war, fighting for power and territory, and at the center of it all, the never-ending rivalry between the Senju and the Uchiha. In the middle of all that chaos, Hashirama met Madara Uchiha. No, they didn't throw hands right away. They were just kids. They used to chill by the river, skipping stones, flexing on each other, and talking about a dream world where kids didn't have to die in battle. Neither of them knew the other's last name at first, but they clicked because deep down, both of them just wanted peace. And then, the plot twist. They found out they were from enemy clans. And from that point on, life just kept hitting them where it hurt. Hashirama lost his brothers, Kawurama and Itama, to the war, leaving only his younger brother, Tobirama. Watching his family get wiped out like that fueled his determination to break the cycle of violence once and for all. When Hashirama grew up and became the leader of the Senju clan, he made a bold move. He proposed an alliance with the Uchiha. Wild, right? But he had a vision. A village where ninja clans could actually live in peace, where kids wouldn't have to fight and die in endless wars. And he convinced Madara to go all in, and together they built Konohagakure. That move changed everything and kicked off a whole new era for the ninja world. With his insane strength and dream of peace, Hashirama became the first Hokage. And with wood release, this dude could control trees, build massive structures out of nowhere, and even tame the tailed beasts, aka the biggest, baddest chakra monsters around. So strong, but his unshakable belief in friendship and unity is what truly made him legendary. He was the original source of the Will of Fire, and his legacy is way bigger than just the Leaf Village. Other nations saw what he built and were like, yeah, we need one of those. And 5 great ninja villages were born. But first, huge shout out to everyone who's been rocking with the channel every day. You, and you. All of you. Without you guys, these videos would just be floating around the internet like lost jutsu scrolls. Every view, every comment, every like or share is the ultimate chakra boost that keeps me going, diving into anime, breaking down epic fights, and exploring the Naruto universe. So, seriously, thank you for being part of this journey. Next goal, 10K subs, and I know we can do it. Let's keep pushing forward together. Love you all. Tobirama Senju is Hashirama's younger brother, but their personalities and viewpoints were vastly different. While Hashirama was all about kindness and optimism, Tobirama grew up practical, cautious, and straight up ruthless when necessary. Watching his brothers die in battle hardened him, making him prioritize survival above all else. Whether it was for his clan or, later, the Hidden Leaf, Tobirama was the guy who made the tough calls, no matter how brutal they seemed. Now, people don't talk about Tobirama as much as his legendary big brother, but he was the one who actually built Konoha into a functioning village. Hashirama had the vision and brute strength to unite everyone, but Tobirama was the mastermind behind the systems that kept the village running. He founded the Ninja Academy, set up the mission ranking system, and created the administrative structure that every other hidden village eventually copied. And let's not forget, this guy was a jutsu genius. He invented some of the most iconic techniques in the series. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu was his creation, and Naruto later turned it into his signature move. And then there's Edo Tensei, fast forward a few generations, and Orochimaru and Kabuto turned it into the ultimate war hack, bringing back dead ninja like it was a game cheat. The most controversial thing about Tobirama is his attitude toward the Uchiha clan. Unlike Hashirama, who trusted Madara and believed in peace with the Uchiha, Tobirama saw things differently. He believed the Sharingan, and more importantly, the so-called curse of hatred, made them a ticking time bomb. His decision to push the Uchiha to the outskirts of the village and put them in charge of the Konoha police force might have seemed practical at the time, but it planted the seeds for future conflicts. A few generations later, we get the Uchiha downfall under the third Hokage's era. And don't forget, he trained an elite squad of students, including Hiruzen Sarutobi, Danzo Shimura, Homura Mitokado, and Koharu Utatane. Big names in Konoha's future leadership. His story, though, ended in the First Great Ninja War when he sacrificed himself to let his team escape from a deadly ambush led by Kinkaku and Ginkaku from the Hidden Cloud. Before going down, he chose Hiruzen Sarutobi as his successor, believing he had the right mindset to guide Konoha through tough times. Sure, some of his decisions were, let's say, debatable. But one thing's for sure, Tobirama Senju was a strategic mastermind, and his dedication to Konoha's survival and progress was absolute. Hiruzen Sarutobi. Born into the famous Sarutobi clan, Hiruzen was a prodigy from the start. Especially, he was personally trained by both Hashirama and Tobirama Senju, the two great leaders of Konoha. From them, Hiruzen inherited the core values of the will of fire and picked up a sharp strategic mind. And yeah, we've got the future Hokage in the making. During the First Great Ninja War, Hiruzen proved himself on the battlefield under Tobirama's command. He balanced decisiveness, sacrifice, and compassion in a way that caught his teacher's eye. Seeing that potential, Tobirama decided Hiruzen would be the next Hokage. And he didn't disappoint. Hiruzen mastered basically every jutsu in Konoha, earning him the title of the Professor. And that's not a nickname they hand out lightly. Under his leadership, Konoha grew into one of the strongest ninja villages out there, surviving countless challenges along the way. Hiruzen was also a legendary teacher. He personally trained the legendary Sannin, Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Orochimaru. Each of them had totally different personalities and skills, but he saw their potential and helped shape them into the powerhouse shinobi they became. Actually, Hiruzen made some pretty controversial decisions as Hokage. His handling of the Uchiha situation, yeah, not his best moment. Sure, a lot of that was influenced by Danzo and the village council, but still, it all led to one of the worst tragedies in Konoha's history. Then there was Naruto Uzumaki. Hiruzen kept Naruto's true identity a secret to protect him. But the point is, everyone knew he was the kid carrying the Nine Tails, the monster that nearly destroyed the village. Yet, no one knew he was the son of the freaking fourth Hokage, a hero of the Leaf. Because of that, Naruto grew up facing rejection, loneliness, and straight-up disrespect from the very people his parents died to protect. But alright, that's the burden of leadership. Sometimes you're stuck choosing between two bad options. After passing the torch to Minato Namikaze, Hiruzen probably thought he could finally retire in peace. But no, the moment Minato died protecting the village from the Nine Tails, Hiruzen had to step up again, this time as an old man. With years of experience, he kept guiding the Hidden Leaf, but new challenges kept coming, especially from his old student, Orochimaru, and that's where his story reached its end. In a final battle against Orochimaru, Hiruzen sacrificed himself to protect Konoha, sealing away his former student's ability to use jutsu. Even in his last moments, he showed love for the village, and even for Orochimaru himself. That's the will of fire for you. It was something he lived and died for. Minato Namikaze. Minato Namikaze was born with a natural talent. Even as a kid in the Ninja Academy, he stood out with his insane intelligence and his ability to pick up jutsu like it was second nature. He graduated at the top of his class at just 10 years old. Yeah, while most kids were still figuring out how to throw a proper kunai. And that caught the attention of Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sannin. Under Jiraiya's mentorship, Minato's potential skyrocketed. Fast forward to the Third Great Ninja War, and Minato was a one-man army. Thanks to his mastery of the Flying Thunder God technique, an improved version of the second Hokage's teleportation jutsu, Minato could zip across the battlefield in an instant. Combine that with his insane reflexes, and you've got the man who earned the legendary title, the Yellow Flash of the Leaf. He was so terrifying that the Hidden Stone Village literally gave an order. If you see him, run. That's how you know you're built different. Speaking of legendary moments, Minato once soloed 50 enemy ninjas from the Hidden Stone in a single battle. Moreover, Minato invented one of the most iconic jutsu in Naruto history, the Rasengan. Pure compressed chakra spun into a deadly sphere. No hand seals, no elemental affinity, just raw, absolute power. With his skills, achievements, and his chill, peace-loving personality, Minato was chosen by the third Hokage to take over as the fourth Hokage. Tragedy struck the night Naruto was born. An unknown masked man attacked Kushina, Minato's wife, while she was in labor, the man took advantage of the weakened seal to unleash and control the Nine Tails, causing chaos in the Hidden Leaf village. Faced with this disaster, Minato had to protect his newborn son, save Kushina, battle the masked man, and fight off Kurama, all at the same time. Pretty badass. In a moment of life or death, Minato made the ultimate sacrifice. He used the Reaper Death Seal, a forbidden jutsu that summons the death god to seal the Nine Tails. But here's the thing, Minato knew he couldn't seal all of Kurama's power into Naruto. So he split Kurama's chakra in half. He took the Yin chakra with him to the afterlife, and the Yang chakra went into Naruto. Minato believed that Konoha needed this power, and that his son would one day control it. In his final moments, Minato and Kushina used their bodies to shield Naruto from the Nine Tails' claws, ensuring that their son would live on to carry their legacy. They left him with a heavy responsibility, but also a priceless inheritance, the power of Kurama and the hope that Naruto would one day become the hero the village needed. Tsunade Senju. Tsunade is the granddaughter of Hashirama Senju, and well, her gambling habit actually came from the first Hokage. So I guess Hashirama had a bit of a bad habit side to him as well. Maybe, huh? The Senju bloodline grants her abundant vitality and chakra. Under the guidance of the third Hokage, Tsunade, along with Jiraiya and Orochimaru, became part of one of the most elite shinobi teams ever. Not just about learning battle skills, they were taught about the values and responsibility that come with being a shinobi. This is when the three of them started to build the foundation for what would eventually become the legendary Three Sannin reputation. Now, let's talk about the time during the Second Ninja War. That era was a huge turning point in shaping Tsunade as a person. The war opened her eyes to the brutal reality of combat and the value of life. Watching teammates and loved ones fall on the battlefield was heart-wrenching, and that pain pushed Tsunade to dive deep into medical ninjutsu. She started researching and developing advanced healing techniques, including her S-rank jutsu, Byakugo. The sacrifice of Kawaki and Dan, two of Tsunade's most beloved people, who shared her dream of becoming Hokage, left her haunted by the bloodshed and the cursed idea that the Hokage title might bring misfortune. Heartbroken, Tsunade left Konohagakure with Shizune and drifted aimlessly through life, drowning herself in alcohol and gambling. But then enter Naruto Uzumaki. This little bundle of energy and hope helped Tsunade start seeing things in a whole new light. The will of fire was reignited in Tsunade. She realized that the younger generation was the future of the village and needed to be protected at all costs. So she made the choice. Tsunade accepted the role of fifth Hokage, placing her faith in the future and in people like Naruto. When she returned to Konoha, the village was in turmoil after Orochimaru's attack. But she stepped up and got things back on track, stabilizing the village, setting up a modern ninja medical system, and training new medical ninjas. Oh, and she directly mentored Sakura Haruno, molding her into an exceptional medical ninja, passing on her advanced techniques. Kakashi Hatake. Kakashi Hatake, known as the Copy Ninja, was the son of Sakumo Hatake, the White Fang of the Leaf. Sakumo, with his skills and fame, was almost as famous as the legendary Sannin, and Kakashi looked up to him as a role model. But Kakashi's life was forever changed when his father passed away. Sakumo committed suicide after being criticized for choosing to save his comrades instead of completing his mission, leaving Kakashi with a deep pain and sense of loss. This event created a major emotional scar for Kakashi, and yeah, if we're being honest, he definitely had some father issues. Kakashi entered the brutal world of war at a young age, and the intense battle experiences helped him mature quickly. During this time, Kakashi, now a student of Minato, witnessed the sacrifices of his teammates and faced the death of his best friend, Obito Uchiha, who died while saving him. This loss left a deep wound in Kakashi's heart, pushing him further into his resolve to protect his comrades and strive for a world free of war. Kakashi entered a new chapter in his life when he became the teacher of Team 7, which consisted of Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. At first, you may think he was a strict, cold teacher, but over time, he became much closer to his students. Kakashi always encouraged them to never give up and to keep faith in their teammates. His relationship with his students grew, especially with Naruto, who inherited the peaceful ideals that Kakashi had always strived for. With his Sharingan, Kakashi became one of the most powerful warriors, participating in pretty much every major mission throughout the entire story. He climbed the ranks and eventually became the 6th Hokage after the 4th Great Ninja War ended. His main focus was on building a more stable, peaceful, and fair ninja village. This guy went through so much pain in his life and had every reason to go down the dark path and become a villain. But nope, he kept his heart pure and passed on those high ideals to the younger generation. Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto Uzumaki was born into a tragic situation. His parents, Minato Namikaze, the 4th Hokage, and Kushina Uzumaki, sacrificed themselves to protect Konoha and seal the Nine-Tails Fox inside their newborn son. From the moment he was born, Naruto's fate was tied to the very creature that had once destroyed the village and taken many lives. That's why Naruto's childhood was filled with loneliness and humiliation. No parents, no relatives, no friends. To get attention and earn some kind of recognition, Naruto acted out, causing trouble around the village. His big dream was becoming Hokage, someone respected by everyone, someone who would prove his worth to all those who'd look down on him. That was his vow, to show everyone what he was really made of. Naruto's life started to change when he graduated from the Ninja Academy and was placed on Team 7, where he had a pretty intense rivalry with Sasuke. But through missions and challenges together, they eventually formed a special bond, something Naruto later calls friendship, because he could relate to Sasuke and valued their relationship. When Sasuke decided to leave the village to seek power from Orochimaru to avenge his brother, Naruto made a promise to Sakura and to himself that he would bring Sasuke back, no matter what. This promise became the driving force behind Naruto's growth as a ninja, and a symbol of his will of fire, never giving up and always protecting those he cares about. Under the guidance of Jiraiya and later Killer Bee, Naruto not only honed his ninja skills, but also learned life lessons and grew emotionally and morally. His optimism and determination touched everyone around him, from Gaara, the Jinchuriki of the One Tail, to Zabuza, Tsunade, Pain, and many other powerful ninjas he met on his journey. And of course, his idiot friend Sasuke. Naruto fought with his belief in peace and the potential for people to change. Slowly but surely, he won over hearts, sparking a silent revolution in the ninja world. And of course, he got recognized by everyone, became the hero, and eventually became the 7th Hokage. The strongest Hokage in Konoha's history. Shikamaru Nara. Shikamaru Nara, now the 8th Hokage, isn't exactly the type of guy who's going to blow your mind with raw physical power. Instead, he's a strategic mastermind, a genius with an IQ that's off the charts, and he somehow turned laziness into an art form of deep thinking. Born into the Nara clan, where the shadow control technique is a legacy, Shikamaru didn't take the path of physical strength. He chose the path of intellect. His old sensei Asuma was the one who planted the first seeds of will of fire inside Shikamaru, when he passed on the ideal of protecting the king on the chessboard. And yeah, Shikamaru might complain non-stop, but when it's time to step up, he's always ready to carry the team. After Naruto was sealed away, Shikamaru stepped into the political spotlight, becoming the 8th Hokage, the one who would guide the Hidden Leaf Village through the challenges of a new era. Shikamaru Nara, once a lazy genius, became a symbol of intelligence and leadership, a Hokage like no other in the history of the Hidden Leaf. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.